I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. This is weird. I just want to look at you. Hey, I don't really want you. Can you stop looking at me? Hey, yeah, we're back in Doki Doki. Let me tell you something on the low-key. I think that Monica might be evil. Yeah, she took out YURI. That's kind of makes me worry. Yeah, I'm worried about YURI. Oh, wait, let me restart. Let me start again. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. When did it say that? Wait, what? Wait, that was different. I don't remember it saying that before. Did it say that before? I don't know if I'm tripping or did that always say that? I don't think that always said that. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Obviously, Sayori is gone because Monica got rid of her. Doesn't even exist anymore. And we just have these three girls. The game is definitely picking up and getting creepier and darker. Just another reminder that this game is not suitable for, you know, a sensitive audience or for young kids. So without further ado, let's get back into the game. I think we left off with doing poems. Everything is picking up now. Maybe I should try, since I did Natsuki last time, I feel like I should do YURI. I feel like I should do YURI because like, I feel like I was doing Natsuki the whole time before and I kind of want to see what Yuri's path looks like. Hopefully I don't mess anything up by doing that. But I really want to kind of see what happens if we do YURI and what story we get instead. I think that she probably has desire. Vivacious. Incongruent. Shame. Horror, for sure. Cavette. Yeah. Contamination. Papa. Meager. Tragedy. Fickle. Misfortune. Broken. Socks is random. Disaster. Fear. Dark. And depression. Okay. So now we're definitely gonna be able to cater to YURI. Hi again, senpai. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Oh, Monica, I can tell that you're not normal. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. How is this gonna differ now that Sayori's not here?
Thanks for...
Whoa, did our face just glitch? Oh my goodness, that scared me. Wait, I think her face just glitched.
Thanks for keeping your promise, senpai. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh!
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack.
I'm getting goosebumps!
You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Why is she sliding in? Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the Girl, you're glitching out your whole thing. You're glitching out your thing. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. She glitched out her own... The music... Why I feel like the music went weird.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I can see things are picking up. I'm scared, bro.
I'm sorry, senpai. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
YURI shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, YURI. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
YURI reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
I just realized in the other, run through, I didn't even read that book, bro. I was focused on Natsuki and reading her manga. Now that I knew something was weird. Bro, I was like, why does everything look tilted? I thought that was just me. And then all of a sudden everything looked normal. But the whole thing, the whole background was tilted. I was like, am I tripping? Maybe it's always been like this. And then it adjusted itself after Yuri left. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. And I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Different. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Shoot. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is something wrong with her eye? Is it drifting? Girl, are you okay? What is wrong with her? How far is it gonna drift? How far is it gonna drift? What? Okay. I
wanted to reread some of it.
Oh, it went back.
Not for any particular reason.
Yo. How you gonna read with your eye all the way over here? Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. She obviously bought that book for him, and I feel like she never read it before, but she's reading it to make sure that she knows about it when he asks about it. I don't know. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about anyway?
Well,
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Marco. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it.
That sounds horrific, but low-key a little interesting.
The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, senpai?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil,
but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway? Whoa! Whoa! Why is that in bold? Then suddenly...
I'm rambling, aren't I?
Yo, I'm serious. I got goosebumps. I'm so serious. I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts,
my whole body gets incredible. Whoa, what?
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh my god! Bro, I don't even know what all the glitches are for. Is the game fighting back that Sayori was deleted? Is the game fighting back? Like, there was supposed to be another girl here?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company without someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually... I don't know why I felt like something was happening. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry.
I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry.
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. Okay.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Okay, raise her up, I guess. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Okay, all right. I do the same with my right hand on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Look at her looking at him. Eh?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Bro was not reading. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Ooh. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yeah, what's up with this weirdness? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Senpai? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I feel like she knows something. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, Why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. That is different. Why are we starting without her? I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Why are we starting without Yuri? Okay, let's show it to Natsuki first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. She's not gonna like it.
Senpai!
Whoa, that was horrible.
Senpai, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'd probably think it's stupid.
So this is the Eagles one. We already saw this one.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I can skip this. I don't want to skip it, just in case something new is here. I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
This is all the same. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but hits you hard.
She said that before, like in this poem.
Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand.
Is she saying the same thing? So yeah, that was the same thing. Now I'll show it to Monica. Hi, senpai. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, senpai. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, senpai. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri!
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Is this a different one? I think this is a different one, hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. Wait, did I read this one? But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Yeah, I think this one's different. I don't remember reading this one. So, what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. Or maybe I did read it. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. I didn't get to show my poem to Yuri. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh, okay. Now I can show Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Huh?
Yeah, why would I hate you for saying exceptional? That's a good compliment.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me, then looks at my poem again. Is her mouth supposed to be that tiny? I don't know.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words and the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together.
She said all of this before already. In the other one, the end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, we read this one before. Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one. And then the light flickers, I flicker back. I still love this one. I still love this one. I just love this last line. The light flickers and I flicker back is such a... It's so perfect.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Riz her up, bro.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it really was descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Mm-hmm. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, senpai.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Senpai.
Ah, me too. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way... Oh, the music's weird, the music's weird. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but that really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Senpai did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Senpai liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well. We're going through this drama again, but how is it gonna work out? Didn't Sayori try to help the drama? I don't know. I can't remember. So how is this gonna resolve? Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Senpai appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you not full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose chest magically grew a size bigger as soon as Senpai started showing up.
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that.
Whoa! How many times are you gonna do that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy. Wait, she didn't say that before.
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to come.
Sayori's not here to help!
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing up and acting cute?
Yo, Sayori's not here to help diffuse the situation.
The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri.
What the freak is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Senpai hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there.
Senpai? She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
How did I get dragged into this? Whoa. I'm gonna choose Yuri just to see what happens. Because I chose Natsuki last time. I can't choose Yuri? I can't choose Yuri? What are you doing? Monica?
Hey, senpai. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay?
What just happened? Did they want me to choose Natsuki? What just happened? Oh my goodness, yo. That escalated so far. So far. They went deep because Sayori couldn't because Sayori diffused it a little bit earlier, I think, and now it kind of just went haywire. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's crying. Yuri must have gone hard. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Senpai, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. And besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Why do I feel like she's gonna make her forget? Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer.
I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done.
Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today.
It kind of sounds to me you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Senpai. It would just be embarrassing with you listening.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
I'm sorry for causing trouble, but
Did Monica just force us? Did she start over the day? Or did she just force Yuri to leave? All right, let me continue with Yuri. This is crazy. Misfortune. Despise. I don't even know which one to do. Pout? What is that? Oh, this thing is glitching. Sayori! Sayori? Yo. Wait, let me check my files real quick. Let me make sure. Yo, let me look at my files. Look at my files. Wait, hold on, let's save. Look at my files. Right here at 10:14. Oh, I didn't even see this. This is Can You Hear Me? There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every motivation and desire into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. I don't get it. It sounds like Monica's saying that she untied a knot of, basically she caused all of them to go crazy. I don't know. I don't even know what perspective that is. Is that Monica or someone else? But there's another one right here at 10:48, 1 minute ago. I hate this. I can't do anything, nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to do something to myself right now that's not good and take myself out right now, like delete myself, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Monica wants us to hate them. Oh! Monica wants us to hate Yuri and Natsuki, and she just wants us to spend time with her, and she wants us to hate them. She wants, like, she's trying to show dark sides to them and be the perfect one. And we're not really going with that. Anyways, I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Welcome back, Senpai.
Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over his shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room.
About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Really off. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it.
Senpai, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? I just...
Hey, have you guys seen Monica?
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Man! Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either.
Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her.
No, I haven't.
Sheesh, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
She erased her memory.
Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Sheesh.
Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing.
Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing.
She's being forced to say this.
I don't even remember anything bad happening.
Yeah, she really wiped her memory.
You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you?
But...
Whoa! Whoa, what is she talking about? First of all, what the freak is wrong with her face? Bro is yapping.
I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that.
No, not at all. I don't hate you.
Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
Natsuki turns to me.
You're still on trial, though.
Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was.
I was not. What took you so long anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall.
To be honest, I kind of lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet.
Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed.
Aw, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime.
That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, senpai. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks.
So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet.
Senpai, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean in the club.
Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway.
Okay. Can't we start now?
She looks so happy.
Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. It is nice to see her with so much energy.
Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like this that time. No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. Where is she? I start hiding down the hallway. Ha, 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 ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? I'm probably gonna blur this?
Yeah.
Whoa! It just rewinded! It just rewinded! What?
I'm back.
We're just gonna ignore that happened? We're just gonna ignore that happened? Am I gonna remember that?
Thanks for waiting patiently. Senpai, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
We are ignoring that happened. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. For those who are going through something like that, please take care of yourself. Okay, please. I love you guys. And I want you guys to take care of yourself in a positive way and see yourself in a positive way. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
Huh? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed, I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Senpai. It's very enduring.
And you know, we have reason to worry. Now we know for sure we have reason to worry. I don't even know how do you help someone in that situation? Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Senpai, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes, I have terrible reading posture,
Something tells me it's not that, but I don't know.
so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag with small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Oh, I can't see too well. You definitely wanted to get closer. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally bump into her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. Ooh, I was wondering when we were gonna get a visual of us on the ground. Like how we did with Natsuki. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. He's gonna feed it to her? She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Senpai.
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily.
I can't. Senpai.
Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over.
Senpai. My heart.
What? Why'd the light turn off?
My heart won't stop pounding, Senpai. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Senpai?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Is nobody noticing this?
Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read.
I feel like this probably would not have happened the first time, but because I'm playing through this on the second round, this is weird.
I just want to look at you.
Hey, I don't really want you to... Can you stop looking at me? I don't really like her looking at me. Y'all, I actually don't like this. I don't like this at all. It's time to share poems. What the freak is going on? What would have happened if I went through Yuri's thing the first time around? She keeps talking, and Yuri keeps talking about her heart pounding. That's kind of worrying. Let's start with Natsuki.
Yeah, just as I thought.
Huh?
Senpai, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Senpai? Honestly, I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together, not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away.
So basically, if my poem was more towards Yuri, Natsuki wouldn't want to talk to me. Okay. So now I gotta talk to Yuri.
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Senpai, This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Senpai.
She looks so happy. This is the happiest I've seen her.
Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it.
Stop saying that.
I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Senpai? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too, okay?
This is long. A rotating wheel. The music stopped. Turning an axle grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Exponential gear I don't even... Clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. What? This is definitely something. This is a poem. I don't even know if this is a poem. This is just a rant.
It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen.
Take it out on your pen?
That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it.
You're weird.
And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though.
That was the weirdest conversation. Okay, my question is this. If anybody can answer me this. Is Yuri always this weird? Or is she only this weird because I'm going her route, the second route, like the second playthrough? Is she more normal in the first playthrough, like if I went for her first? All right, Monica. Senpai, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts hurting herself with a certain object. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. Why are you telling me this? I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I feel like she's trying to get me to hate Yuri and telling me all her business. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be the best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. I'm really the perfect one, the best one. Go for me, okay? Spend time with me. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? Does Senpai have nothing to say? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me, the colors they won't. Bright, beautiful color. Uh-oh. This is the same poem, but the problem is there's some letters taken out. Okay, and then this cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent. Grating. Something. Delete her. Wait. It didn't say that before. It said load me. Before it said load me, right? Now it says delete her. What? Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. What was with that awkward pause? I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me, okay? That's my advice for today. The breaking of the fourth wall. Thanks for listening. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? A dream. I was staying over at my friend's house. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere, and there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at me. No, laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Huh. Are they saying that they had a dream about a missing person like Sayori? Is there anything here? Nothing's here. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Senpai joined, and we've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know?
What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage.
Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Senpai?
Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Senpai to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Senpai joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Senpai isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one here who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
Monica's clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. I feel like because Sayori isn't here, again, Sayori was like that glue that made things a little happier. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Senpai want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? Oh, that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Senpai, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all of this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away.
No, Senpai. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice.
Natsuki starts packing up her things.
I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki
ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, you are the vice president. Do you have an opinion on the festival?
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess.
Who cares about that obnoxious brat?
I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now.
Is that her real thoughts? Is her real thoughts that she's an that Natsuki is an obnoxious brat?
And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that.
Nobody would cry if she took herself out of this world. Whoa! What was that? That splatter of ketchup.
I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Senpai? What do you want to get out of this club?
Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along and for the club to provide something that you can't get at anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place.
I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way.
Wait, her eye's bleeding. What the freak?
With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too.
Girl, you're crying blood. You need some tissue?
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well.
All right. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri.
Huh?
I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend.
Monica.
I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay?
Me too.
Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow.
Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Senpai?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Senpai before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest.
Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow! Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Senpai, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. Oh, it's getting fuzzy. I feel like I'm kind of responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. No! Yo. Alright guys, we're gonna leave this episode here. The fourth wall is being broken for sure. The fourth wall is being broken. We're finding out a whole lot more things about like Yuri. And we're probably gonna learn more about Natsuki too, maybe in this next part. I think the next part might be the last part, low-key. I think we're nearing the end, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, maybe the next part is the last part. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join the squad, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
My shawty's up in here, this a anthem.